Are you or do you have negative people in your life? You know, someone who whines, someone who whinges, someone who focuses on everything that's not working in life. They're sort of looking at all the bad things. In this video, you're going to learn how to neutralize negative Nancy. Negative Nancy's. Negative Nancy's. Negative Nancy's. So here are two ways to neutralize the negative Nancy's in your life, even if you're one of them. Number one, change your focus. We are approximately creating 60,000 thoughts every day, and 95% of them are the same as yesterday. What you focus on, you fuel with emotion, and what you focus on expands, so you actually start to get more of what you're focusing on. So if you're focusing on what you don't want, then you're going to get more of what you're focusing on, because you'll start to see and sort and filter everything that you aren't, or everything that is negative, everything that is focused on what doesn't work or isn't working or you don't like, and then that's all your mind seems to be filtering for, it seems to be sorting for. So be aware of what you're allowing in through your five senses. You know, what do you watch on TV? What books are you reading? And what is your environment like? Is it focused more on what's not working, the negative side of life? Or is it more on the positive side of life? Things that are working, things that you want more of, things that you are grateful for, things that you're happy about, things that you're excited about, the plan and purposes that you focus on, so you get more of that which you want, which is a more positive, fun, happy environment and life that you are looking for. Unfortunately, in today's society, we are bombarded with negativity. Everything is, in many ways, is focused on negative. Just look at the news, the nightly negative news. Everything about that is focused on the negative. Because why? Because negativity sells. It's exciting, it's dramatic, it's something that we're all like, what's happening now? What's happening in the world? Isn't that bad? Isn't that tragic? Isn't that terrible? And they have this little tiny positive news report at the end of a whole half an hour of negative news. And we need to be taking responsibility. We are responsible to change our internal process, to change our internal thinking, so that we're no longer a negative Nancy, but we're focusing more on what we want. We have a purpose, we have a plan, we have a focus. We're taking action towards having a happy, enjoyable, fulfilled, grateful life. And number two, neutralize negative thinkers, minded people. We seem to gravitate towards like-minded people. What does this mean? Those that think similarly sort of bunch together. Birds of a feather flock together. Have you heard that saying before? There's a reason for that, because when we get I don't know, when you've ever been to a party and you meet someone, there's nothing that really clicks with you. There's something about them that just doesn't tickle your fancy. Then you meet someone and then they like what you like. They're involved in what you're involved in. They read what you read. The sport that they're involved in, they do. There's a hobby that they do that you do. And seems to be this instant synergy. There's this excitement. There's this fueling of excitement and energy that happens when you're talking to them. How does that happen? Well, that happens because the like-mindedness, there's similarities that seem to gravitate together. So in order to neutralize negative thinkers, now sometimes we can't neutralize people that are closest to us, and if they're negative, then you can take steps in order to create change in how you perceive. See, the world we see is the world reflecting back at us. So if we don't like what it is that we're viewing, what do we do when we watch TV? You watch and there's something you don't like. What do? You change the channel. You're changing the auditory, you're changing the visual, and you're changing how you feel, the kinesthetic. So we can do this. We've got our own little TV station inside our psychology where we can change the modality of our experience, which means you can change the internal voice coming in. Imagine the person that's always negative that you change that internal dialogue. You know, have you ever had one of those things where you talk into it, and where you change the tone of the voice coming in, or you can make it really fast, and you change it, you make it into a cartoon character. So you're changing how they sound when they're coming in through your auditory channel. So you change them into a certain character. Or the visual, you can change the visual of someone that's always negative and it's like, oh, and they're quite draining. Change their voice and change how they look. Put a clown's face on them, put a big clown's hat, so that every time you see them, that is what you see, and then you start to laugh. Something that makes you laugh, something that you find funny. Imagine transposing or placing that picture over that person that you're talking to, and imagine and notice how it changes your internal state. It changes how you feel. So you can limit the time that you spend with negative Nancys. You can limit the time that you spend with people that drain you, people that are negative, by choosing your environment, choosing what comes in through your five senses, choosing what you allow into your life, choosing what you think about and what you focus on more often. So if you want to learn more powerful ways to change your thinking, consider working with me, and we could talk together over the phone and have some coaching sessions and start to transform how you view the world. If you want to learn even more powerful ways to change your thinking, consider working with me and begin to personally change and transform your thinking. It's easy. We can do it via Skype, over the phone, and connect using technology and start to change your internal representation, start to change how you feel, think, experience life, and learn how to master your own psychology. If you found value in this channel, subscribe today. Or remember, tell your friends and family. Tell those that you think may find value in what I share on this channel. If you want to learn some more really cool information or keep in touch, so come on over to nlpmindcoach.com, put your name and email address in, and we can keep in touch. Well, this is Mark the Mind Coach. Have yourself a sensational day, and say goodbye to Negative Nancy. Negative Nancy? Negative Nancy.